All right, right now I want to talk about choices. I want to talk about choices and the fact that we got them. We got choices. Let's go. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Where did that go? It spawned in my brain from the fact that I'm not wearing pants right now. Are you going to say anything about it? Sure, go for it. Will I do anything about it? Nope. 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 Am I going to show you? Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. No. But what does that also remind me of? That's a good question. Thanks for asking. What that also reminds me of is a conversation I had earlier today about... What actually was it about? Deciding, having the choice, deciding of whether or not you like a job. Whether or not you like a job, right? What do I mean? What do I mean, you must be asking? You must. It's simply required. Seriously, ask. What do you mean? Well, fine, I'll tell you, just because you asked so nicely. What I mean is that I have often either been in this pattern, been in this position, or have talked to many people in this position where they are complaining about a job. The thing is, they are complaining about a job that they once loved, right? They once had all of this admiration for. They had so many things that excited them about it, and they were excited to go to work, go to wherever their job is, whether it's in an office building, whether it's a location-based job, like, you go into different locations, whatever it is, right? Whatever it is. You once loved it, and then you didn't, is what I would say to them or to myself, right? And it got me thinking. I was like, all right, what's that about? Where's that from? And I realized I was asking the wrong question. I was also choosing to ask the wrong question, right? I was asking the wrong question, and instead I should have been asking, do I even want to like this job? Do I even want to like this work? Do I even want to like how I'm spending my time here? Why is that question actually useful? It's because, the questions we ask ourselves are going to determine the answers we give ourselves, right? I once heard the phrase, the quality of our lives are directly proportional to the questions we ask and answer, right? We're always asking and answer. That's a majority of what thoughts are. Us prompting ourselves. It might not always be a question, but there's a prompt, and then our brain's giving an answer. So if you don't like the answers you're getting, you have to ask different questions. Choose to ask a different question, right? Right back to choices. But asking myself the question, do I even want to like this work that I'm doing, this job that I'm doing? It's so important because what I found is over time, while being in a certain place, in a certain position, in a certain situation, there would come a shift where it's like, I used to love it, and then I would decide that I don't want to love it anymore. And how that affected my experience of just life in general is I stopped focusing on all the things that I enjoyed and started hyper-focusing on the things that I didn't. This is the thing. No matter what you do, where you go, who you meet, there will always be parts that you like and don't like. Always. Always, always, always. Because, what's wrong is always available, but so is what's right. So is what's right. You could be in an environment, in a situation where there's overwhelming good around you, and yet you notice the three things that set you off. In that same way, you could be in a really crap situation. You could be in a situation where, to anybody else, it would feel like they're taking advantage of you. To anybody else, they would feel hurt or like they're being stabbed in the back, and yet you notice the three pieces of good that are coming out of it. Like, you're the one that's learning, you're the one that's growing, you're the one that now has this experience to build off of. You're the one that's proving you're stronger than your environment, than your circumstances, right? You're noticing those little good pieces, as in to say, you don't have to stay in a crap situation, but you also don't let the crap situation win. Because in order to lose to a crap situation, you have to let it make you feel crappy. The way you win is by feeling good anytime. Anytime, feeling grateful, feeling happy, feeling blessed. You have that choice all the time. So that's how you win all the time. And when you show up grateful and blessed and joyful and loving and happy and caring and compassionate, that spreads to the people around you. In the same way that if you're showing up complaining and criticizing and angry and upset and feeling betrayed and lonely and all of this stuff, that's also going to spread. It will. And so if you notice a lot of that in your life, it could either be that you're the one spreading it or it's being spread onto you. And the only choice that you really have is how you react, how you show up. So I ask again, with whatever it is that's going on in your life, do you really want to enjoy it? Do you want to even see the good that's there? I promise it's there. It's always been there and it will always be there. Do you even want to see the good? Or do you want to hold on to the bad? Do you want to hold on to the part that's hurting you? Pain happens once, right? Yes, it could be the same type of pain happening again and again, but it only happens once. What happens infinitely more times is suffering. Suffering is when we let the pain win, is when we let the pain in and stay inside rather than returning to the good. That's suffering, and suffering is a choice. Pain is not a choice. Pain is when life deals you some pretty rough cards and you just have to take it. You just have to accept it sometimes, right? Suffering is when you let those circumstances beat you. And I don't want you to suffer. I honestly want all of us to feel a bit of pain every once in a while. Pain is good. Pain helps. Pain has helped me grow so much. Almost all of my growth, my tremendous growth, has come from pain. So I don't want you to not feel pain. I don't want you to avoid pain. I want you to lean into it, but use it in a way that it's not causing you to suffer. I do not want you to suffer. I want you to grow. I want you to learn. I want you to love. I want you to become something more. But the thing is, for all of this to work, every single one of my videos, it's not just this one, it's every single one in the past and every single one that's coming forward. You have to choose. You have to choose to want it to work. Do you want this to work? Do you want my words to mean something? Do you want your life to change in a meaningful way? That's up to you. I can give you so many tools. I have been doing this for years, and I will continue doing this for years to come. I am collecting tools, I'm collecting knowledge, I'm collecting information, and I am putting it in my own words, in my own thoughts, and giving you my understanding of it all, knowing that this stuff works. But if you don't want it to work for you, it won't. No matter what the studies prove, no matter what science and research has shown to be true, it won't be true for you. Because you will fight it, you will resist it, and you will make your identity and your beliefs and your values true. So, what are we choosing to do? How are we choosing to show up? What do you want your life to look like next? I'll leave you on that. Let me know what you think. Until then, just remember to always fill up with the love. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. I love you.